Hi everyone, this is attorney Lillian and I am here today with your Tuesday tip. So, what is a removal of condition? This is basically where you have a green card through your spouse and it is a 2-year green card. Okay. Remember, if you have a 2-year green card, it's a conditional residency, and you have to remove that condition within 2 years of having that card. So before the card expires, you have to file to remove the condition. So if you do all of that, you file your application, you have your interview. Some cases do not get interviewed, but most do. You have your interview. And then the next thing after your interview is for the officer to either approve it or to ask for more information before they feel comfortable approving your case. So we want to go through these step by step from beginning to the actual interview on things you can do to make your case strong from the jump and to prepare you for your interview, because those are the things that make or break your case. Okay, so when you're starting, you are starting from the day you got your 2-year green card. Okay, I'm not talking about, oh, it's a month to the 2 years expiring, let me go ahead and file this application. No, I want you to start thinking about removing your condition right when you get your green card. That's what you need to start thinking about. So if you've watched my video on documentation to prove good faith marriage, you know that I have a bunch that you can basically pick and select what works for you in your marriage to help show that your marriage is real, right? When it comes to removing conditions, you want to start when you get your green card, because USCIS wants to see that from the time you got your green card to your interview or to when you filed to remove your condition, that you and your spouse are continuing to build a life together. Okay, that's what they want to see. Is your marriage real? That's still the question 2 years later. Okay, so get your green card, great. It's a 2-year one. When you go to remove your condition, the question is still the same. Is your marriage real? And the best way for you to show that is to actually commingle funds, basically show them the documentation, and continue having the same documentation that you did when you started the process. So if you had a green card, if you had your green card application approved and you had bank statements, tax returns, utilities, all those things, when you go to file your removal of condition, just know it is expected that you will still be filing your taxes jointly, that you will still have bank statements, right? Because you have a joint account, it's expected that you will continue to have a joint account. And something I do for my clients is we print out everything, right? From the time you got your green card to when we are applying for the removal, we want those statements to show that this is a continuous thing. It's not just an account that you opened just to get your 2-year green card and now that you have it, it's done. No. We want to show that from the day you got your green card to now, that you are still using that account the same way you told USCIS or the embassy that you are using this account. So you really want to make sure that you are using your account. Okay? If you have joint assets, you want to maintain those joint assets. If you had, let's say, health insurance, car insurance together, you want to show that you still have it or that you've either changed companies, but it's still a joint thing that you have together. Okay, so that's from the beginning. You want to present those documentation showing that your marriage is still real, that you still have those documentations, and that you have it for, I would say, the 2-year span that they're looking at, okay? Not just 1 month of statements right before you file, but the further back to when you got your green card that you can go, the better, because it shows them this is from day one. We told you we have this account. We told you we have these joint assets. We told you we have these joint liabilities, and we still have them till today. So you really, really, really want to hone in on what type of documents did you send in the first place, and are you still in possession of those documentation that you can update those. If you send in things like text messages and phone calls, you can still include those on this stage. But if you're living together, your text messages in a day may be like 2 or 3 max. So it's okay to include those, but you really, want to include actual commingling of your finances, actual joint assets, actual joint liabilities, showing that you have updated your job to let them know that your spouse is now, that you are now married, and maybe you change your spouse to be your emergency contact person. You want to do all of those things. If you change your name, you want to actually go through the process of going through Social Security and all of that to change your name officially. So that is the first tip I can give you, is make sure you are gathering your documents. You are thinking about what documents you need from the day you get your green card to the day you are filing, and not just when it's time to file, you're scrambling. Keep your records so that you're not scrambling last minute. Okay, so that is your tip for today. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead and share it. If you know someone who needs to hear this, go ahead and share the video with them. If you like what I'm talking about, like the video. And if you're watching in a place that you can subscribe and you do not want to miss any of my uploads, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I am Lilian Chukura. I am the lawyer and owner of Lillylegal, where we help our clients get status for themselves and for their family using the U.S. immigration law system. Thank you. Bye.